Hi Aries, here's a general look at your solar chart for May 2012, and it looks like it's going to be a busy, sociable month. You can be more articulate and persuasive at this time. You can iron things out at this time, or things get ironed out in your mind anyway, because with Venus where she is just now for such a long time, you'll be feeling a little bit more upbeat, I think. And that fluency in your communication sector is going to help you get the best out of things within the parameters that you've got at the moment. But definitely I think you'll be getting practical help or the material resources through your use of the good communication skills and the good people skills, which Venus is very much going to underpin just now. And in May, well, finances, goods, property, or anything which affects your basic material security or basic physical well-being is likely to have your attention, and there's going to be activity there. So a theme this month is going to be around stuff, your stuff or other people's stuff, and perhaps maintaining stuff, repairing stuff, protecting stuff, ditching stuff, acquiring more stuff. You know, the paraphernalia that we trail through life with, but it's also money, property, other resources which underpin our basic survival. So you may be considering your financial priorities. You may be looking at the pluses and the minuses, casting around for ways to improve things, or maybe getting into some project which involves, looking at things from a very sort of realistic physical point of view, and developing something which needs your TLC, which needs your attention, your nurturing attention. So it could be things as simple as, the veggie plot, things like that, but it could be other things as well, of course, because the vibration doesn't seem to have an opinion about whether it's major or minor, and one can only see that by looking at the natal chart. One can get an idea anyway by looking at the natal chart. So anyway, in May you could be looking into material pluses and minuses of financial situation, lines of supply, goods, or lifestyle, your comfort zone. Something like 90% of all money is digital and you can't eat it, so some of this month's activities may relate to those types of resources, how to make the most of assets, what there is around us, in nature, but also how to make the most of your own self, your own, capitalize upon your own talent, your own ability, your own skill. Some of you could be finding that health matters are more highlighted. Could be yours, could be another's, and you looking at maybe medicines, nutrients, remedies, all of that could be emphasized at this time, and maybe you're just seeing how to make the best of assets which perhaps have been gathering dust in the corner, or perhaps have been staring you right in the face, and it hasn't really clicked that you can use these and at least be a money saving. Mercury is in your sign until the 9th, which means that you may be coming and going more, very busy in your head as well. But if you're more on the move perhaps, or perhaps you're not physically on the move, you are mentally on the move through paperwork, correspondence, the net and so on. But definitely there's this rush of communicative activity, mental activity. So it could be meaning that you have to give more attention to communications equipment or vehicles, or transport, travel, schedules. Also, you're more mentally alert just now, very much standing in the flow of information exchange. That will increase, meeting and greeting will be increasing. You probably have a lot on your mind. Socializing could be related to work, or it could be, just socializing, but definitely your ability to express your thoughts, intentions and ideas clearly and accurately will very much be boosted by the position of Venus this month. And she's going to be there next month as well. From the 9th to the 24th, the mental focus will have a practical or health-orientated slant. Practical resources, lines of supply will have your attention. So very much that will be where Mercury moves in to join with the Sun's energy, which is what I was mentioning earlier, where the Sun's going to be, even though the Sun's moving out of there on the 21st. So between the 9th and the 21st, Mercury and Sun are going to be together, and really underlining and turning the volume up on all things to do with stuff, you know, physical well-being, material, basic material things, and your comfort zone. And it could also be centered around not only money, property, but anything that you may be buying, selling, renting, leasing, or it may just be that you're reorganizing your stuff and having a spring clean as well. It's more likely you're going to be receiving supportive feedback and encouragement at this time, though, Aries. We could all do with a bit of that every now and again, but that is due to the position of Venus in this area of your chart. And if you want to settle a feud, then you can do that now. If you want to apply for something or get a good deal for yourself, you can be very persuasive, and you know, you can negotiate, and you can be calmer. This transit could also favorably connect you with siblings or soul brothers and sisters. Venus in the communications house is very good news for you artistic children of the Ram as well, and anybody who has to work, you know, with people one-to-one. So it sort of oils the wheels, you see. And this transit of Venus, of course, means that it bodes well for success, monetary success, through anything like buying, selling, promotions, media, funding, anything artistic, through the use of your fluency and also this good vibe, you know, that passes between you and people. And that Venus will support that until August. And like I say at the beginning, this is within the parameters you've got going on in your life at the moment, but this is going to be a helper for you. Now, for several months to come, your ruling planet, Mars, is in a very sort of service-orientated area, meaning that many of you have been working harder since last November, or maybe it's been health issues that you've been battling with as well. This vibe will continue until July. So you could be just having to deal with more detailed schedules, the to-do lists, the daily tasks, you know, stacking up there, or it could be around health. And it just means that Mars, you see, is a planet which likes to initiate, it likes to be out in front. So if others have been dragging their feet in to do with colleagues at work, or, you know, employers or employees, or, you know, health matters, then really the Mars transit makes you feel impatient with slow progress, but also likes to make up its own mind. So in a reasonable way, taking advice, you should find your own way with whatever is going on in the work or health area. You know, you do have Uranus in your sign at the moment, which is about mega change according to where you are in the sign of Aries and where Uranus is, but mega change, and also thinking along very unconventional, sometimes new and unusual lines, you see. But it can be like sudden things happen which trigger mega change. And sometimes you just got to get used to doing things in a very, very different way, and making very, very different choices. And Mars here will, you know, be decisive for you in those areas of work and health. But you and another, like in a working, you and someone can be very productive, or you on your own can be very productive as well. If you're having to sort of rely on or dance to the tune of certain others, then that's fine, because that as well can be helpful and productive. But just try to keep a little space there, which they're not allowed to encroach on, which is because this Mars energy can back up in your system if you don't use it. It's about drive, it's about adrenaline, you see, you see it can be very aggressive energy actually if it's repressed. So this is a great time to be learning new skills, maybe, to be really rolling up your sleeve and getting on with things, but of course don't take on too much, because then that could be you shooting yourself in the foot and going into burnout. If it's about health, then look for health improving methods, remedies for yourself, or it might be the health of another that you're concerned about, and being more the servant, more the humble servant in your daily interactions. This is the deal here with Mars. So make sure, that you're choosing where you want to put your energy, really, as far as any of us can, all right? Because this is a life we're living here, and it ain't for sissies. So overall, this long transit of Mars means you won't want to be twiddling your thumbs, and make sure that there's a worthy focus for your energy. On the other side, on the flip side, it can be that you've just got so much on your plate you don't know which way is up. So again, just take some downtime, because that would be my advice anyway. And really engineer a space in the day for that. Okay, this hour is for me, and it's my time. And a time for doing things that you enjoy. With Venus in that area there until August, actually, things like music, poetry, meditation, doing something artistic would be a good choice, but there's other things as well. So you can be very productive during this long transit. I'm just telling you about all the pitfalls like I usually do, but as a matter of fact, you can get an awful lot done. You can cover an awful lot of ground. You can look back over your shoulder in July and say, wow, I really did get things organized and sorted. More maintenance and repairs may be coming up during this Mars transit. You can build tremendously. You can be very prolific. You can get things sorted out. You can deal with the devil in the detail and all that stuff, and you can be good at that if you keep the balance with Mars. Mars is always trying to sort of, like the hare, rush out in front, but just be a little bit more like the tortoise and just take on as much as is sensible for yourself, and just check out things before you dive in head first. Now from the 21st, you could be mentally or physically busier, on the move more, or making new connections. So with Venus in that area there, that should be a really nice sort of sociable time for you. And now here I've been speaking about the faster moving inner planets, but you need to match this up with what I say about or what he said, not just me, about the slow moving outer planets. So go to my website and read the words there about what the slow moving outer planets may be doing in your sign at the moment. And also on here, go and listen to your forecast for your rising sign or your moon sign if you know it, or you might be on my website just now. And yes, and I hope that helps, and I wish you well, and I'll see you the next time.